Hey agents, it's Manny. There's a new meta in town. Its name is Heartbreaker. This build does great damage and even has a bit of survivability. In this video, I'll cover the build, where to get it, and how to use it. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. All right, for the build. So this is a Heartbreaker build, so we want our 4-piece Heartbreaker. Why do we want 4 pieces? Because we want the 4-piece set bonus, which is Heartstopper. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies add a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% of damage to pulsed enemies up to 50 stacks. All right, as you can see, I'm going mask, chest, holster, and gloves. And I'll explain why I'm going with those pieces. Actually, the mask, gloves, and holster doesn't really matter. But the chest piece, we want the chest piece because the talent actually is max BPM. Increases stacks for Heartstopper from 50 to 100. So instead of just 1% damage to pulsed enemies 50 times, we get it 100 times, so 100% damage to pulsed enemies. Nice, that's nice. However, we don't use the backpack. And the reason for that is the backpack has increases total bonus armor granted per stack from Heartstopper from 1% to 2%. I'm not stacking armor. That's this is a DPS loss because we could have something else like vigilance, which is much better. All right, so we don't use the backpack. It's not as good. Now, it does come with comes with blue core. All right, as we can see here, it comes with a blue core. Now, all mine are re-rolled to red cores. We'll get in a minute like what you need to re-roll them as in a second. All right, so we'll go over that in a minute. Now, one of my pieces is going to be the Fox Prayer's Knees. The reason for that is damage out of cover, which is an excellent attribute to have. So we're gonna have damage out of cover, so we get the Fox Prayer's Knees, and then the backpack. I do have the gift, the Providence one. I happen to have this. That's why it's equipped. What I really actually want to get is a Cheska piece, and I'll explain why. Because of the 10% crit hit chance. I'm gonna go over that in a minute about the crit hit chance and your attributes. But just know that this is the piece I want with crit hit chance and crit hit damage. It doesn't matter. I don't care that this is not max roll. If this was crit hit damage, this would be a perfect piece because I re-rolled this concussion to vigilance. I just saved it now just for demoing and showing you guys what I actually want to have. Right now I have the gift. It's maxed out. It has perfect vigilance. The only difference is they both do 25% weapon damage, but this only takes 3 seconds. Once you take damage to reapply, the other one takes 4. So it's not a huge difference between the gift and perfect vigilance and regular vigilance. It's not a weapon. It's not like 20% versus 25. They both have 25% weapon damage. All right. So with that said, let's just look at the weapons real quick. Our primary, our secondary, I have in my primary slot, is the rock and roll. It's the ACS 12. This is going to be how we apply our Kingbreaker stacks. So you want to get an ACS 12. If you can't get the rock and roll, which I got in the DZ West vendor, I actually just bought it. Re-roll the secondary attribute to damage out of cover. Go figure, right? It comes with shotgun and damage to armor. And this one has perfectly extra, which gives you 50% more magazine capacity. So instead of 20 rounds, you get a 30-round mag. However, if you can't get rock and rolls, having trouble dropping for you, another good alternative is actually going with a regular ACS 12. And what you want to do is obviously re-roll the secondary attribute, or no, get it with the secondary attribute of damage out of cover, and then re-roll the talent to flatline, which gives you 15% damage to pulsed enemies. Or vice versa, if you get one with flatline, then you can re-roll your secondary attribute to damage out of cover. But these are the two you want, with damage out of cover and flatline for if you get a regular ACS 12. Those you don't want any other shotgun, no Scorpio. You want to apply stacks quickly and fast. This is an automatic shotgun, so it's going to do it super fast. All right, now for our primary, which I have in my secondary slot, it's just easy for me to hit, so that's why I have it, is the Kingbreaker. Now it obviously comes with assault rifle damage, health damage. Secondary, we're going to re-roll to damage out of cover. You can optimize this super quick. It's automatically god roll because there's only one thing you can change on this, and it's a secondary attribute. Now talent is perfectly flatline. Amplifies weapon damage, 20% to pulsed enemies. Excellent, right? So with that being said, I'll go back to our, for real quick, we are using the technician specialization, and the reason for that is for our mod. So both the flatline and the ACS 12 have a under barrel attachment, and you can put the linked laser pointer. This will pulse any enemy which we're aiming at. So this is going to get everything pulse. We care about pulsing all our damage, specifically Kingbreaker does his flatline, which is pulsed enemies, and all the Heartbreaker stuff is all about pulsed enemies. Your other mods are going to be crit hit chances. And for your Kingbreaker, you're going to have a crit hit chance. You're going to have the 20 round mag, or 10 if you only have that. you get the link laser pointer and another crit hit chance mod. So that means we have 10% on our Kingbreaker, and we only have 5% extra crit hit chance on our ACS 12. All right, so I don't care about our pistol. We're not going to bother with that. All right, so let's talk about how to get to 60% crit hit chance max, which is the max. You can't get any higher than that. Anything higher than that's a waste. Anything lower than that, you're hurting yourself a bit, right? So here's what we're going to do. The watch automatically gives you 10% crit hit chance, all right? Then you got, with your Kingbreaker, you get another 10% here, right? And then with Cheska, you get 10% brand bonus. So you're already up to 30%. You only need another 30. Now, all mods and secondary attributes are 6% if you go a crit hit chance. That means if we divide 30 by 6, we get 5. So we need 5 more crit hit chance mods or attributes, right? So that is going to help you determine what you need to roll. So you automatically have 1 in your Cheska because you want to get that one to a crit hit chance. So you have this one will already have crit hit chance on it. So that's -1. So now we only need 4 more. So now we need a combination of any 4 things, whether it's the mods or it's actually the secondary attributes, right? So we also have our Fox Prayer Knees to play with. We can go crit hit damage or crit hit chance here. And it all depends on if you have max rolled mods with crit hit chance and crit hit damage, which ones they have and which ones you're going to want to get. So for our slots, so we obviously have 3 mods. You have 1 in your backpack, 1 in your mask, and 1 in your chest. You can go crit hit chances on those, and that means you only need 1 piece of Heartbreaker with crit hit chance. Or you can get these pieces, all 4 of these pieces, with crit hit damage, and you re-roll your knees to crit hit chance. So just, like I said, we have 1 piece, 1 here, crit hit chance. Then we just need 4 more crit hit chances to max out. So it can be a mods, 1 or 2 mods. If you have 2 mods, then you need 2 pieces of gear with crit hit chance on it. The rest of it is going to be rolled with crit hit damage. This is going to be tough. It's going to take some time grinding, but you can get Heartbreaker like that. I have. This piece has crit hit damage, and the other ones have crit hit chance. So just any combination of 4. So that's how you want to do it. That way you hit stats of 60%. I'm not quite there yet because, like I said, still looking for the Cheska piece with crit hit chance on, crit hit damage on it. So that's my suggestion. That way you get everything maxed out. Now, as far as your skills go, I do use a Crusader Shield and I have a Reviver Hive. I think they're pretty good for a red build like this. So, and as always, you're going to, once you get your pieces, you're going to reroll all the core attributes to reds. So that is the build basically. 4-piece Heartbreaker. You're going to go an ACS 12. You're going to go with the Kingbreaker. You can go Police M4, people like that, whatever. I still believe the Kingbreaker does more damage because of perfectly flatlined. It does shoot a little slower. The handling isn't quite as good as like the M4, the Police M4. You can't use a FAMAS because you can't use a laser pointer on it. But so you'd either go Kingbreaker or M4, or I think some people like the Shield Splinter. But to me, the Kingbreaker actually outperforms both of them. We're going to be up and close because we're going to be using the ACS 12 to actually apply our buffs. So you're going to be up close anyway, so might as well go Kingbreaker. I think it's a more superior weapon. All right, now as far as actually getting your pieces of gear, they made it real simple and easy. Actually, just come up here, go to countdown, hold down H if you're on PC. If you're on console, not sure what it is, and just choose the piece you want, right? Super easy. So from here, we will actually choose Heartbreaker. Make sure we get the Heartbreaker pieces. We also want our Cheska, and we also want our assault rifle for our flatline and our shotgun for our AC-12. So you're going to be doing that. I would actually recommend grinding out Heartbreaker first. It's the hardest one because getting those reds on there is difficult. I'm having a lot of trouble with Cheska right now because I'm getting rainbow rolls like crazy. I swear to God, they took out the fix for reduced rainbow rolls, but I'm getting a ton of blues and yellows all the time. But it is what it is. All right, let's go into actually how to use this. All right, the first thing we want to do to be effective is get our stacks up. I'm using the ACS 12. I'm actually shoot anything that will actually do damage, and you'll see the stacks go up like that. I still got my the shotgun out. Come over here, shoot this guy, get my stacks fully up. Switch over to my AR, and that's when you start doing a lot of damage. And as soon as your stacks start dropping, pull out the shotgun again, the ACS 12. And get your stacks back up. You can see they drop off pretty quickly. You lose 2 stacks every second. So you gotta keep shooting and keep damaging guys. That's all there really is to this build. It's super easy. It does a ton of damage, and because you get bonus armor, you don't actually drop. You never drop vigilance as long as you have bonus armor, even if you take damage. It's once your bonus armor is gone, then you actually lose vigilance. which is actually a really nice benefit from that. As you can see, I've never lost vigilance that whole time because I had bonus armor the whole time. Oh, that's it, guys. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button below and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please smash that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniocrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'd be happy to answer any questions live on stream. Till next time, agents, happy hunting.